Imagine this. You walk into the office. Emails are piling up. Your boss drops a last-minute demand. A coworker throws you under the bus in a meeting. And despite it all, you remain calm, focused, and unfazed. You don't explode. You don't complain. You don't spiral. You just handle it. This isn't superhuman. It's Stoic. Welcome back to Stoic Mindset, where ancient wisdom meets modern life. Today's topic is one that every modern worker needs now more than ever. How to become unbreakable at work with Stoic thinking. Let's begin. Part 1. The modern workplace. A storm of emotion. Let's face it, the workplace can be a minefield of emotional chaos. Deadlines, office politics, difficult personalities, imposter syndrome, burnout. In an age where people are always connected but easily triggered, where minor feedback can spark meltdowns and toxic culture can spread like wildfire, it's not enough to just show up. You need inner armor. You need a mindset that isn't reactive but resilient. This is where Stoicism shines. The Stoics weren't sitting in temples meditating all day. They were emperors, soldiers, slaves, merchants. They lived and worked in chaos, and they trained their minds to endure it with strength and grace. So how do we bring this to the modern workplace? Let's break it down. Part 2. The Dichotomy of Control at Work. The first tool in your Stoic arsenal. The Dichotomy of Control. Epictetus said, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not." At work, this means you can't control your boss's mood, but you can control your reaction. You can't control company layoffs, but you can control how you prepare. You can't control gossip, but you can control your integrity. The Stoic doesn't waste energy on what's outside their control. They double down on what they can control: effort, attitude, values, and discipline. This is freedom. This is power. This is clarity in chaos. Imagine walking into each workday with this mental filter. Is this within my control? If yes, act. If not, let it go. That one question can save you from hours of stress, drama, and distraction. Part 3. A more fatty in the office. Now let's take it deeper. What if we didn't just accept the difficulties of work? What if we could actually love them? That's the Stoic principle of a more fatty. Love of fate. Marcus Aurelius didn't say, "Put up with misfortune." He said, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it." Delays, disrespect, demotion, all fuel for your fire. All chances to train patience, perseverance, humility. Imagine seeing every frustrating email, every unfair moment, not as a curse, but as a forge. Your character is being tested and tempered. That mindset makes you unbreakable. Part 4. The power of Stoic silence. In meetings, in conflict, in moments of tension, the person who speaks last often has the most power. The Stoics taught the value of measured speech, and even more, the power of silence. Seneca wrote, "Speech is the mirror of the mind." And Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "You always own the option of having no opinion." Think about that. In an office full of hot takes, gossip, defensiveness, and emotional reactivity, being the calm, grounded voice or being silent altogether is power. You conserve your energy. You protect your dignity. You avoid regret. In a world where everyone's reacting, the Stoic responds with reason, not impulse. Part 5. Voluntary discomfort, a Stoic edge. Here's another powerful idea. Train your mind when things are easy, so you don't break when things get hard. This is where voluntary discomfort comes in. Seneca used to sleep on the floor and wear simple clothes, even when he was wealthy, just to remind himself that comfort isn't necessary, and adversity isn't fatal. Modern version? Take cold showers. Skip a meal. Walk to work. Give up social media for a day. Volunteer for the hard task no one wants. Why? Because you're building mental calluses. So when real discomfort hits, tight deadlines, unfair feedback, a bad quarter, you're already trained. You're not soft. You're not shaken. You're ready. Part 6. Remember death, even at work. Now this might sound strange, but one of the most powerful Stoic tools to stay grounded at work is to remember this. You could die today. Memento mori. No matter how corporate or casual your job is, no matter how big your goals are, there's no guarantee you'll make it to retirement. This isn't morbid, it's clarifying. Suddenly, that office drama doesn't matter. That harsh email doesn't matter. That ego game, meaningless. What matters? Were you honorable today? Did you give your best? Did you act with virtue? That's Stoic success. That's how you leave a legacy. Part 7, Virtue over Victory. Here's the ultimate reframe. You're not at work to win. You're at work to live your values. The Stoic doesn't care about applause or promotions if it means sacrificing integrity. They don't lie to look good. They don't betray to get ahead. They don't climb ladders that make them lose themselves. Instead, they pursue wisdom over cleverness, justice over favoritism, courage over comfort, discipline over shortcuts. That's the true Stoic superpower. Not being untouchable, but being unchangeable in character. Part 8. Practical Stoic Practices for Work. Let's end with 5 daily Stoic practices to apply at work. 1. Morning reflection before work. Ask, what challenges might I face today? How will I choose to respond? 2. Midday reset. At lunch, take 2 minutes to breathe and remember, what's in my control right now? 3. Evening journaling. Ask, what did I do well today? What could I have done more virtuously? 4. Negative visualization. Imagine your job being lost, your title gone. How would I respond with strength? 5. Daily virtue focus. Pick one Stoic virtue, like courage, and practice it all day. You don't need a new job. You need a new lens. You spend a third of your life at work. Don't let it drain you. Let it forge you. With Stoic thinking, every email, every meeting, every moment becomes an opportunity to train the mind, sharpen your values, and become someone unshakable, unbreakable. Not because work is easy, but because you are stronger. So take a breath, straighten your posture, and return to the world with the calm of Marcus, the fire of Seneca, the resolve of Epictetus. You've got this. Thanks for watching Stoic Mindset.